Okay, another video. We are going to talk about SAT solving. So this is kind of an application of some of the stuff that we've been talking about. And in particular, I want to talk about tautologies, logical indeterminates, not sure if I spelled that correctly, and contradictions. So the way that we said that we define these things is tautologies are always true, contradictions are always false, and logical indeterminants are sometimes true, and sometimes false. And so if you wanted to decide whether or not a given formula, say P and Q or R implies R and P, say you were given this formula and you were asked what type of thing this is. The way that you would normally do that we're teaching in this course, is you would write out your truth table, P, Q, R, and then you would figure out your formula, you would fill in your truth table, all that fun stuff. So the problem here is that how many rows do we have? We have, this takes 2 to the n rows with n variables. Now, a fact about 2 to the n is that if you graph it, it blows up. That was not a graph of 2 to the n, but we can pretend. It blows up to infinity very, very quickly. Exponentials grow incredibly fast amongst all kinds of functions. So it turns out that if you're trying to solve this problem and decide what type of formula this is quickly, it turns out that is very computationally expensive given the way that we're currently teaching it. And so it's actually an open problem if there exists a way to do it that is substantially better than exponential. Ideally, if you can get it into polynomial time, that would actually go a very long way towards solving the open problem of P equals NP. I'm not going to get into the details of what that is. If you are interested, there are other courses in theoretical computer science that you can take, and they will cover it in far more detail. But the point that I want to make is, if you can find an efficient way to solve this problem, it would actually essentially solve P equals NP, and it would be worth $1 million. There is an open prize awarded to anybody who can solve this open problem. So there's a fun fact.